time. So we've got on the side of Newbee, this looks like an IO gyrocopter duo with a Lesh mid, and then a Hyperglory team. They've gone for a Brewmaster, actually, probably for ZSMJ or Air. Air actually plays that quite well in the mid lane. And they've gone for Bristleback, Clockwork, Witch Doctor as well. So Hyperglory team looking to show Newbee that that Brewmaster is still a good hero. You just got to play it right. Let's see if they can show Newbee how to make this hero work. And Newbee will pick up a Lion. Nice mana drain against the Brewmaster, against the Bristleback. A lot of control too. So with the Lion Lesh, that's a nice setup for a relocate coming in from the Gyrocopter, who can do just massive damage. But it's a pretty tanky lineup coming in from Hyperglory team. You've got the Bristleback, you've got the Brewmaster who can split out. You've got Witch Doctor, who is a really great hero against any IO combination with that Bouncing Cask, the Witch Doctor ultimate there, the Death Ward to just do massive damage. And I feel like
5 seconds remain.
I prefer Hyperglory team's draft a little bit here, but that said, it does depend on how the Brewmaster is played. If he's put in the mid lane, I'm happy. And he should be. I mean, you've got a Bristleback here, you got a Clockwork. That's probably your one position in your off lane. So it'll be the Brewmaster against the Lesh in the mid. And who's got the edge there? Lesh will be able to harass quite handily. I mean, he is a ranged hero against a melee. But Brewmaster should be able to get his farm with that clap. Should be able to do quite well. And we'll see if Moo's Lesh can do a little bit better than it did last game. He got shut down pretty heavily by the Razor. Although, I think that wasn't really his fault. I think it was just he was forced to rotate so early because of the disasters that were his team's other lanes. So Hyperglory team, they'll go for a Skywrath last pick, looking for some strong early laning. And, well, if it's a Gyrocopter IO, then the harass potential onto this IO is pretty significant. You've got the Witch Doctor ult, the Skywrath Mage together. Those two heroes have a lot of pickoff if they've got the lockdown to go along with it. And, well, we'll see if what Newbee want to pick up, probably for their off lane. Probably going to be running a fairly standard defensive tri-lane here from them. Against a Bristle, it would be nice actually against both the Bristle and the Brewmaster to have a Silver Edge carrier. Dragon Knight offlane is garbage though. Who could they get? Quap is banned out. Brood is banned out. Tide is banned out. Actually, interesting. I have not seen Tide played recently, so maybe Newbee just a big fan of the hero. It's actually quite a hard decision. They could go for a Centaur. I mean, you've got HGT. A lot of the heroes are going to want to be grouped up, and Centaur War Runner, especially if he gets that Ags, good way to deal with the Clockwork. He's not really picked up that much anymore, though, even though I do really like him as an offlane. Maybe something with a little more... is Darkseer? No, Darkseer's banned out as well. We'll go for a Beastmaster. Okay. So, a really good combo, actually, with the Gyrocopter IO. You've got the Roar to set up the relocate in. You've got the Hawk to scout for pickoffs with that extra vision you get. And really, really solid draft, actually, in the end, coming up from Newbee. I'm a little more of a fan of this lineup now that they've picked that Beastmaster off. Their pickup potential is going to be quite good. And we'll have to see if Hyperglory team can match it. So here we are into this game 2. As I don't have control of my camera, that's easily fixed. And so let's introduce these teams. On the Radiant side, we've got Kaka playing that support Skywrath Mage. Air will be taking the Brewmaster mid. You've got ZSMJ on the one position Bristle. And Pretty Ha will be supporting on the Witch Doctor. Leading the way is XTT, reprising his role from last game on that Clockwork. On the Dire side, we've got Banana playing the support Wisp. We'll have June taking the Beastmaster into the off lane. It'll be Sancheng on the support Lion. Rabbit taking that one position Gyrocopter. And finally, Moo trying to do a bit of a better job this time on that mid lane Lesh. So, as far as first blood goes, okay, XTT... This isn't actually a real invade. He's just kind of scouting out. He is alone, and maybe the rest of his team think that the rest of HGT is behind him. They're coming out from the side. He was pretty isolated for a while there, but they just didn't know that.
30 seconds.
He'll be absolutely fine. Driving Newbee back a little bit, getting some very aggressive vision here. This will block out this hard camp, although I guess Wisp will be wanting to stack that up for the gyrocopter to take. Kaka not really wanting to stick around this rune. A little too dangerous, but actually Air will get the bottom, so that's a fairly even trade-off for them.
Let this meditative reflection
They're going for... Actually, no, he's going to give it to ZSMJ. Looking for an early start there, and Banana will pick it up on the IO, going for that bottle rush. He's got it coming out now, so fairly standard from them. Whoa, what is this boar? That is a cosmetic I have not seen before, but it is awesome. Look at that little thing. That's terrifying. Okay. Sorry. Serious mode here. We got serious Dota to be played. Kaka actually dual laning mid with ZSMJ here. Banana and Moo. This is actually a really nice combo here that I didn't really think about, because Moo is just going to be able to spam those lightnings to his heart's content with the mana support he's going to get from Banana here. So we'll see if ZSMJ can stay in the lane. They're running... Okay, what? HGT, what are you doing, guys? They're running a Bristleback mid. And Air in the safe lane. I really don't know about this. I mean, as you heard last game, really not a fan of Brew played anywhere but the mid lane. I've seen him just struggle so much, and I mean, he'll get a little more farm here, more experience than he did last game, but he's going to fall off. You know, you get anywhere past 30 minutes, and he's going to struggle to be relevant unless he itemizes very, very specifically. So, you feel like the one position Bristle would just do a little bit more, but then, I mean, that's what Newbee ran last game. Didn't really work out for them, so... ZSMJ actually has taken a lot of harass here. They're going to dive him. They're going in deep. He's got the Quill Spray stacking up, though, and there's the last lightning to take it off. Moo taking a lot of damage, but he will be fine with the support of Banana. Very, very nice dive from them. That's her first blood going to the mid lane. With that, let's check the last hits here. It's Gyrocopter leading the board at 11. Brewmaster doing okay, though, just right behind him in 9, and this mid lane is being absolutely dominated by the Leshrac. Only one last hit on this Bristle. This is pretty disastrous, and Cogs will protect HGT on or XTT on the top lane. Sansheng and Banana not able to find a kill there, but this Bristle, this is not the start you want for your Bristleback. He's now 4-0. The wave pushed into his tower a little bit, but Moo is going to be able to do so much work into him. He needs... Is he going for a bottle? Yeah, it's coming out now, so that'll at least give him a little bit of sustain, but he needs some support here. An underfarmed Bristleback is going to do basically nothing against the burst damage that's going to come out from the Gyrocopter, the Leshrac, the Lion. Like, if he doesn't have a lot of farm, he's going to have a really rough time. They have a lot of good tools to deal with him in. Well... Let's see if HGT prioritize him. They do have Kaka, looks like stacking for him in the jungle, so maybe that's his recovery method. In the meantime, pretty hot. He's doing okay for himself as well. He's going to get a lot of experience out of this. The creep wave is under his tower. He's only 3-0, but he'll get a lot more out of this. And XCT doing a little bit better in terms of XP, but he's only one last hit himself. Of course, not that he really needs it. It's a clockwork. He wants his levels. He'll be absolutely fine with this state of affairs as long as he doesn't give up any kills. Mid lane, Brew has recovered a little bit now. 8-0 on him, but Leshrac still almost doubling him. And there's the stun coming up from Moo. The lightning slow is going to be there, but he will back away. He's got 2 points up in Bristleback. That's a defensive build. He just understands how much pressure he's under here. And, well, the bottle will help, but he needs a little bit more. Air at least, though, doing okay. He's farming very, very well. 23-9 on him. Almost matching the Gyrocopter. And him having an early start this game is going to be very, very crucial for HGT's game plan. They want to get some good pickoffs on the Gyro, the Leshrac, before they can get their level 6 on Wisp and start the relocate camps coming. June, slow down a little bit, but he will be fine. That cast not bouncing and no opportunity for a follow-up. Clockwork getting held out. Actually, not that hard at all. He's managed to find his level 4. And June, well, he's reached that level 4 level as well. So they're both doing just fine. What is that bug? Oh, that's weird. Huh. Hope that goes away. That could be a little annoying if it lasts the whole game. Rabbit farming up a storm here. 33 and 28 on him. That's a lot of denies. Wow. This Clockwork has still managed to get a decent amount, though. He's actually rotated. Doesn't have his 6 yet, so limited amount to what he can do here. Maybe he's just rotating in to get some XP in this lane, while ZSMJ focuses on farming up in the woods. They do find a kill on the Beastmaster here, going for the rune, it looks like. And nice rotation coming in from air. Pretty Hot will pay the price, though, but ZSMJ is behind them, looking to fight. And XCT is in the area. This is a full rotation from HGT, but he will fall, and Air will clean up the IO. He's getting quite low himself, though, and Moo still very, very healthy. The slow, is he going to get this last right click? Only 20 HP on Air, but it looks like he will be able to get into the trees pretty hot. Comes in with his support. Cask onto Moo to slow him down, and Air retreats into the tree line where he will be safe, but only barely. That was really, really close. 2 for 3 there across the map, and Moo getting a lot. He's 3-0-0 now in this mid lane Lesh, and well, he finds a regeneration rune as a reward for his excellent work. He'll be very, very pleased with that. And Rabbit now completely uncontested here on this top lane. This is almost a mirror image of what we saw last game, with the rotation coming in from... It's now HGT who's being forced to rotate all their heroes across the map to try and deal with these ganks. And Sunshine going for the kill on Pretty Hot here. It's a 4-man rotation under this tower, and Pretty Hot, he knows he's dead. He throws with the cast, does what he can, gets the Maledict out on June, but it won't be enough, not by a long shot. And another nice pick for Newbee, who the early game is going so completely differently for them this game. Banana just working on getting his level 6 in the mid lane, and given the solo farm here, and once they get that online, they can continue this pressure. With that kill too, I mean, Beastmaster just a hair away from his roar. 813 gold on him as well. I'll be interested to see if he ends up rushing that Necro book. Maybe he finishes off his boots first. We'll see. But they definitely can push pretty effectively early with the Lesh, the Gyrocopter, such a great team fighter early on. And speaking of which, he manages to find the kill on XDT, who is not having the greatest game here. 0-2-0 on him. It's still only level 5. And Rabbit will be able to pressure this tower yet further. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, they're looking for something, but Pretty Hot will be able to retreat into the trees. His protection is a little limited here with all these trees down, but Air does have a split available now, and will he be able to find a good opportunity to use it? There are 3 heroes in the area. Moo really wants another kill here, and the Hawk is scouting everything. He's going to go for it. Lightning is slow Air down. He's going to throw the split, and Moo may be happy to retreat off of that. The TP is coming in, though. Nice cask, holding them in place, and Biff is thrown up into the air. Moo taking a lot of damage, stuck in the trees here, and he looks like he will fall. Nice split earth coming out. He's going to go for the TP, but the boulder will cancel it. He's stuck. He will fall. Air, though, may go down first, though. Nice roar coming out from June. And they're going to get XCT as well. That's a 3-for-0 in this lane here. Kaka's come in. He's going to fall, it looks like. And Moo, he's going to get away. June goes down to the last hit of the tower, so it ends up being a 4-for-1, but wow, that's a nice swing for Newbee, as they will be able to finish off this tower as well. Moo very low, but with the creeps here, they're going to get it, no problem. And commanding lead already for Newbee. We've got, let's take a peek here, a 4K gold lead and a 3K experience lead already, so complete opposite of last game, where it was HGT's early rotations that were pushing on the pressure, but Newbee, they found their footing in this game too, and definitely a completely different showing from them. Nice to see. And that's a tier 1 down already. 9 minutes in, and well, HGT, they're grouping up. They want to fight. After how the last one went, I'm not sure about that. Moo caught out here. If he goes down, that'd be big. He's doing so well in this game, but he'll find the Witch Doctor first, and look at all this damage they're taking. Air will fall. Finally, they pick off the Wisp and Moo, but is it really worth it? It's 2-for-3. Not bad. If ZSMJ gets away, they're going to be happy with this, and he will. So 2 for 3, but it ends up being a nice gold swing in favor of HGT. But XCT caught out. Nice roar from June, and he'll follow up with the damage from Rabbit. Insta-kill on that Clockwork, and Rabbit will pick that kill up. He's gone for the drum, so we're seeing another very early game focused build coming out here from your 1 position, like HGT ran last game. They're going to pressure this mid tower now.
Radiant's middle tower
SMJ and Kaka looking to come out. So SMJ doesn't even have his Vanguard up yet. Not even close. That's a bit concerning here. He's 1-1 and 2, so not having the worst time, but it's really this this Clockwork who's 0-4 and 0. He's really suffered. And well, he does have Hookshot online now, so that's a start. But last time, that didn't really work out for them. We'll see if he can have a bit of a better initiation this time, as there is a 4-man smoke by HGT into the Dire jungle. They may catch out Rabbit here. That would be a big pick, and it looks like they will catch him. The slow comes out. There's the hookshot, connects. Air falls up with the clap. Nicely placed cogs, and Rabbit can't even get out a single whit of damage. He will fall. Very nice pick from HGT. They're going to need a few of those to get fully back into this game. Oh my goodness, look at the last hit disparity here. The leader, 84 and 33 on Rabbit. The next closest, 48 on your Bristleback. That's a pretty phenomenal lead, and the gold graph will show it. He's your last hit, or your gold leader, by a pretty decent margin over the side of HGT. Looks like we may have another contest here in the Radiant jungle this time. Both teams looking for a fight. They won't quite find it this time, though, as Newbee, they just poured out. Rabbit will go back to farming, and that'll be the end of the aggression, but they are still sticking around, looking to clean up the Radiant jungle, not give them any space to work with, and you can definitely see that here in the gold disparity. Is the Wisp is ahead of the 3 lowest tiers. Look at this Clockwork. He's the lowest on his team in terms of net worth. That is really sad for XGT. He's got Tranquils, but you feel like he's not going to have anything else for a long time. And when a Clockwork gets off to a bad start like this, I mean, he's going to be jumping into his death basically for the rest of the game, it feels like at this point. And just hoping he can throw his body at the enemy and set up the rest of his team for success. Nice little ancient stack here. Probably to be farmed up by the Gyrocopter at a later date. And they've brought 4 heroes into the mid lane, maybe looking to pressure this tower. HGT, though, it looks like they want to defend, and that hookshot is online again. SMJ, very low health, though. He's just farming up this ancient stack. He's finally got his Vanguard finished. It's a bit of a late timing for him, but it's better than nothing. And Era's net worth, he has picked up his Blank Dagger now. Just got it, it looks like, so that's really important for him. So they've got some of the tools they need to take a fight. They've got the hookshot online, they've got the Vanguard to make Bristleback a little more tanky. That Blink Dagger will really help, and they really need to work on some BKBs, because Moo is just doing absolutely massive damage in this fight. But the problem is that, of course, the Gyrocopter, his right clicks are going to be a problem as well. So feels like Roar, jump in onto the Witch Doctor, who will instantly fall. Not sure the Roar was strictly necessary there, but they will take him down and look to pressure this tower. But SMJ TP's in, but there's not a whole lot he can do at this point. Although it looks like Moo, the rest of Newbee, they'll play it safe, they'll just back off. That'll be the end of it for now, but we've got 8 heroes in the mid lane at 13 minutes. I mean, this is some pub-style Dota here. Both teams wanting to just run at each other. We got another smoke used up from HGT. They must be running out of these relatively soon. ZSMJ posting up very aggressively into the tower. You can see the rotate around being shown on the map, and the Hawk scouting, but is not going to see anything. They may catch June by surprise here, but he sees him. Pings come out. He's hiding in the trees. The clap misses, actually, and he's going to go for the split anyway, but the Io is here, may be able to go for relocate. Actually taking a lot of damage to these Ancients, unfortunately, and June will end up falling. The tether did get broken, and on the other side, well, they will clean up the Io too. So nice 2-hero pick. Oh, and if they get this Ancient stack, that could be absolutely huge. Actually, it's only a 3 stack, but that's still a decent amount of economy. They'll take the tier 1 tower first, and now that they've scouted it, they may want to go back for that Ancient stack. Silence onto Rabbit, but I don't think they can get on top of him. The Black Cannon is turned on, and he's got called on ready. Sancheng comes in from the side with a Finger of Death onto Skywrath, and that's an easy pick for them. And with that, TPs will come in. They do get the deny on the tower, so a little bit of map control, but not the same gold influx that HGT were looking for from that play. At the same time, though, Bristleback, he's caught up a little bit. He's only 300 gold behind the Gyrocopter at this point, and that's really good for him. I mean, the Gyrocopter farmed so well early, but was picked off once, and now he spent a lot of time just hovering around with the rest of his team, not farming, just waiting for the fight to break out. They will get the mid tower here. Will they look to pressure any further? Doesn't look like it. They're going to fall back. Look to clean out this ancient stack. And maybe... No, they're not going to look to go in for Roche just yet. HGT still grouped up as 5. Their XP must really be hurting off of that. Yeah, it's a 3k XP lead for Newbee. And it's because HGT are just continually as 5. They got another smoke come out, maybe? No, I think they might be out for now. Just worried about aggression coming out from Newbee, but Newbee are not in the area, and just getting some farm while HGT huddle under their tower. Both sides now posturing around the Roche pit, and it seems like HGT has some idea that this is where Newbee want to go, but a stun onto Pretty Haw. Silence instantly comes out from the Skywrath Mage. Launching may fall here. Nice ultimate from the Skywrath, but at the same time, Call Down comes out. The Witch Doctor will fall, and XGT may follow that up, but ZSMJ has come in. Rabbit doing a lot of work here, but he's silenced up. He's taking a lot of damage, and he's going to fall. The Split doing a lot of work from air. The Skywrath will fall as well. Banana, nice tether to the low ground. The stun will follow him, and throw up into the air onto Moo. The split ends, but ZSMJ is here. Who are they going to go for? It looks like they want the Io. Nice stun. Clap lands onto Banana, but the damage coming up from Moo now. ZSMJ in a bit of trouble. Banana is very low, but he is still alive, and Moo taking a lot of damage, but Air taking more. The stun to finish it off ends up being, what was that, a 3-for-1? The fight recap just shows the end of it. But yeah, nice trade for Newbee there. Only losing the Gyrocopter, who was their most farmed hero. Now it's going to be that Leshrac, who is an absolute worth this game. 9-1 and 3 on him, and he finishes a Bloodstone at just 17 minutes. Very, very nice from Moo. And you can just see the damage he did in that fight. Even your tanky Bristleback could not stand against him. And Bristleback has gone for a tanky build here. He's got the Vanguard, the Drums, and the Treads, but he still just couldn't stand. Just a little too much magic for coming out from the side of Newbee, and well, we're still a ways away from BKB territory here. For the Radiant, I should say. Newbee, they almost have one on the Gyrocopter. He's just a couple hundred gold away, and that'll be a big pickup. A lot of the damage coming out from HGT right now is coming from the Skywrath and the Clap and the magic damage from the Brewmaster split. So that'll prevent it from being controlled in the mid lane as I'm watching crap happening. There is a kill onto Air. The Witch Doctor all coming out. New may fall here, and that's a big pick. Actually, that's a much bigger pick. The jump comes out from XGT, but Rabbit, that's not who you want to jump on, my friend. He takes so much damage from that rocket barrage, but the ultimate will end. The Gyrocopter will go back to the Radiant Jungle, and ends up being a very, very nice trade for HGT. Picking off that Leshrac just after he picks up his Bloodstone. He's already down to 6 charges, and that's a lot of gold going the way of HGT. Let's take a peek at the net worth here. Actually, no, it's still pretty Newbee favored, but it looks like it's plateauing a little bit around the 7,500 gold mark. Meanwhile, Newbee and Roshan, it looks like the Radiant are looking for it. Split is online, and Air smoked up, heading towards the pit. Are they going to be there fast enough, though? Roche only half health, and the rocket comes in to scout the progress they've made. Aka looking to be in front. That doesn't seem wise, but ZSMJ smoked up behind him, and Newbee will think better of it. They'll back off, and HGT will clear out the wards. Be ready for the next time that Newbee want to go for that Roche play. EKB now up on Rabbit. Next DT gone for Medallion. Just doing anything he can to contribute even a little bit to these team fights here. Kaku's gone for power treads. Interesting choice. Just wanting to tank up, I guess, against the massive damage that can come out from Flat Cannon and the Lush ultimate. Makes a lot of sense. And Air, he went back for the power treads. Probably going to work on a BKB next, but he's still got a ways to go. And HGT still spending so much time grouped up. And I guess both teams are. They're looking for a smoke play here. Which way are they going to head? Rocket comes out scouting the pit, and they see no one in there. So they may go for it themselves. Roche is at half health, but Newbee streaming in that direction. And I think if HGT go into the pit, they're in some serious danger here. HGT, this could be bad for them. The Hawk is scouting. He's not seeing anything. They kill it instantly. Newbee knows where they are. They know they're under smoke. HGT, this is a really risky play. They're going to go for it. Maybe assuming that that Newbee will think because they killed the Hawk, because Newbee know they're here, they won't go for it. And it looks like Newbee may be falling for it. They're not checking the pit. Maybe going to send the boar in now, but too late. ZSMJ cleans up the Aegis, and that was a really nice outthink there from HGT. They killed the bird, and Newbee's like, oh, we know where they are now. They're not going to try Roche. And HGT's like, just outthought them there. Nice little juke play, and they clean it up. And Rabbit really, really wanted that Aegis for himself. So getting that onto ZSMJ, that could be absolutely huge in the upcoming team fight. As I'm sure there will be one, because both these teams have shown that that's all they want to do this game, is run at each other. We're 22 kills, or 32 kills rather, at the 21-minute mark. Not the lowest we've seen. I mean, not the highest we've seen either, but certainly a healthy number for this Chinese matchup here. Good to have a clash here in the bottom lane. Rocket Flare is scouting June's movements. He has picked up a Necro 2, so hasn't gone for that initiation from the Blink Dagger. That's pretty common these days. Just wants to be able to help his team with the push, and that damage coming out from them can be really helpful as well. And that's one thing. I mean, Newbee do struggle to push with their lineup. Moo is really the only one who can do it at the current stage of the game. Gyrocopter, he can be a pusher, but he doesn't really want to be. He's a little too short range. He puts himself in danger. So the Necro book, just to give them a bit of a helping hand on that front, I think. Moo, what's he working on next? He's got another 2k gold saved up. Probably going for a BKB, I wouldn't be surprised to see. Potentially a Shiva's Guard, that could be really good against this lineup. Or he might just go straight into an Octarine Core. Blink comes up from air aggressively. He may find Rabbit here. Rocket Barrage is turned on and the split's going to come out. Rabbit may be in serious trouble. The backups are coming in. The TPs, the hook shot is onto Moo. They want this kill more, and Moo will fall almost instantly. The Figure of Death from Shansheng doesn't finish off Pretty Hawk, but this call down May. And on the other side of the fight, Banana caught up. He will fall here. No, nice dodge with the tether. They want June here. The clap does a lot of damage, but Air has taken a lot of damage. He may be the one in trouble here. And the slow from the board coming out, he's not going to be able to get away. So it looks like he does have allies coming in, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Trying to juke around the trees, he will fall, but ZSMJ is here. He's just going to back up. Ends up being a 3-for-2 across the map, a little bit favoring the side of Newbee, but the rest of HGT will back up. And it's unfortunate that ZSMJ, not the one who went down there. He still has that Aegis and wouldn't have minded dying, but instead, Air went very, very deep for that, dying behind the Tier 1 tower here. And oh, they do get Moo. That's a pretty big pick. And actually, it was a 3-for-3 because they got Moo very early. So it was Moo, Lion, and Whist that went down on the side of Newbee for the Air Brewmaster, Clockwork, and the Skyrock Mage. So ends up being pretty okay of a trade for HGT given the position they were in on the map here. And a bit of an uptick here. Still hovering around the 5,000 gold. and only a 2,500 experience lead. 24 minutes in, that becomes less and less important. That lead becomes less and less significant. They've got a Hex onto Kaka. He may just blow up here. XGT caught by a nice double stun coming out from Moo. ZSMJ, he's caught all by himself, surrounded by 4 heroes, but Moo's taking a lot of damage, and the Witch Doctor, all perfectly placed from Pretty Hawk, will blow him up. Rabbit now in trouble, taking a lot of damage. ZSMJ stunned up, and he's being kited very, very well here. But June, is he going to be in trouble now? Air looking for the blink. June will fall, and nice trade so far from the side of HGT. 2 down. They're looking for more, but ZSMJ out of mana. It looks like they won't pursue any further. Pretty hot, dying to the Necro books. Oh, that's sad. But that's still 2 cores for 2 supports. So HGT will be very, very pleased with that. And that's another death for the Lesh. His Bloodstone is only 3 charges now, and I don't think he's gotten a single kill since he picked that up. That's really unfortunate for him. Not getting the value out of that item for sure, and HGT will clean up a tower as well. So, very, very nice play from them. They're definitely back in this with a vengeance. Bristleback has caught up to the Gyrocopter, and well, those BKBs will be coming out soon, and the fights will change a little bit from there, I think. Moo may opt to go for one himself, but if that's what he does go for, he's very, very far away from it. Air, only about 1,000 gold away from his, and Bristleback already's got one up. 4 staff on Clockwork now as well. He's recovered reasonably well. He's actually now ahead of the Beastmaster. Wow, given the abysmal start he had, that's very, very impressive from him. So, yeah, 4, 6, and 5. Since that 0-4-0 start he had, he's recovered very, very nicely indeed. Rotation coming in from Newbee. They spot Kaka, who may be the sacrifice here. Blink Hex from Sunshang, follow up with a stun, and, well, Kaka's going to fall. Gets out the ultimate, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. So, nice pick, but losing a Skywrath support, that's not the end of the world for HGT. They'll be just fine with that. And you can see that HGT are playing a lot more aggressively now. They're not feeling so pressured. They're spreading out. They're farming more of the map than just the same 20 square feet around the 5 of them. But it's not over yet. I mean, Newbee have a team that can be very, very good in the late game. They've got great scaling supports. They've got a great scaling offlaner. And HGT, they can do as well also, but it does depend on execution. I mean, this game is so close at this point. Yeah, we're talking a 3k gold lead at almost 30 minutes. There's basically no difference between these teams at this point. And so it's just going to come down to execution in these team fights, I think. Both teams reasonably content going late, but you got to be careful. If you mess up a couple too many fights, then well, either side could be bashing down the other team's door really, really quickly. Neither team's super great at pushing. They'll look to take a team wipe first, but that's a big pickup though. Gyrocopter finds his MKB, second item for him, and his damage is going to be significantly increased, and more importantly, it's not going to be blocked by those BKBs that HGT are working on. So we go for the BKB to take care of Moo, and Rabbit just says, well, that's fine, I'm just going to right-click you to death, and he can do it pretty easily with the damage that he's got on him right now. Shang and the rest of, or just 2 others of Newbee. Looking for a pick here, maybe. Looking to see if someone's pushing out this lane, but they won't find anyone. And Roche will spawn. We'll know in just a few seconds how long that's going to be. Meanwhile, HGT, do they have any smokes online? Actually, Pretty Hawk with a Glimmer Cape. That's a nice pickup from him. And Skyrath working on a 4-staff as well. Almost has it, only 600 gold away. They're looking for a pick here, but I'm not sure they're going to find anything. We got another nice replay bug. Very, very pretty axes. Maybe they want something here. They have a smoke? No, they're waiting to try and catch someone going out onto Rabbit here. Hiding in the trees, ready for that big initiation of Sunshine, but I'm not sure they're going to find it. And this nice aggressive ward is going to notify HGT the second Newbee push out into the Radiant side of the map here. And you can see they're already running for the hills. They don't want any part of this, and they should be fine. ZSMJ just goes back to farming. Sanjin Yasha now up on him. So he's going for the just run and fight build, no surprise there. And actually, big pickup from XTT here. He's got the Solar Crest online, so all of a sudden ZSMJ is going to have that evasion working out for him, and all of a sudden he's just incredibly hard to take down once that buff's put on him. As he's also got the Glimmer Cape, so the players on HGT really itemizing well to negate some of the burst damage that Newbee can put out here.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
Roche, 2 minutes respawn on him. Newbee will be a little sad about that. They do have the better map position to be able to take it out with this tier 1 in the bottom lane still standing, but they can just wait for it. It is being diligently scouted by the Clockwork, so HGT should know the second they go in for it, and they can definitely look to contest with the hook shot, with the blink clap split up online. Air also has his BKB online now as well, so I look to see a lot more from HGT in the coming fight. Nope. He has finished a BKB of his own, so that's a very important pickup. He's been getting bursted quite heavily early on in these fights, and he needs to be able to survive. His damage is not instant. He needs to stick around and get it out, and it looks like HGT may be going for another smoke play here. Or they've just gone back to their 5-man Dota. They do have a smoke on pretty hot, but not going for it just yet. Maybe waiting for an item. It's just a plate mail coming out. ZSMJ probably working on that Assault Cuirass. And this is it. They're indicating a wraparound onto the bottom lane. It's a long go. No, maybe they've changed their mind. They're going for top. Mu has shown himself, and he's solo. And they can turn this into a tower fairly easily. HGT looking for anyone hiding in the woods. It looks like there's some indecision about which way they want to go. Both lines being indicated here. They're going to go for Mu. Does the hookshot land? It misses! Oh no! He'd be able to get away here, and he's going to have support coming in. No, not just yet. He hides in the trees. They are going to spot him. XCT, he pops the BKB. And he misses this with the splitter. XCT just going to TP away because rotations are coming in. Rabbit, BKB pop. Kaka just gets eviscerated. Sunshine very low here, but Roar onto ZSMJ will hold him back. The call down comes out, and Air gets the split off. Who are they going to go for first? They want Mu. The Witch Doctor ult luckily he cancels that throw up in the air, and Witch Doctor ult doing work will bring Mu down yet again. He's not had the greatest of games in the last 15 to 20 minutes or so. And looks like 1-for-1 is where it'll end. Support for a core, and I'm gonna guess that favored Newbee a little bit as far as gold goes. So BKB's popped all around, but not a whole lot ends up happening. And Roche has respawned. It has been scouted by HGT. It looks like it may be scouted by Banana momentarily here. Yeah, he'll see it. And Clockwork does have another rocket available. And he's throwing it. He's going to see all of Newbee in this area here. And Rabbit picking up the bottle with the DD rune. They're going to go for this. Here it comes. And they are being scouted, but they don't care. They've got the DD popped in. Well, HGT just flooding towards the Roche pit, but it may be too late this time. They may not get there before the Roche goes down. It could be close. They catch Kaka on the outside. Nice done from Shangqing. Roar comes out onto ZSMJ yet again. BKB pop, but it's wasting precious seconds. In the meantime, Air is very low. He doesn't have split for another 35 seconds. This may have been a poor initiation choice here. ZSMJ Glimmer kicked away, but Pretty Haw is going to take the fall. That's 3 down for the side of HGT, and now Newbee can go into the pit with absolutely no fear. A little bit risky for HGT to come in with no split on Air. It feels like they really need that to be able to function. And Mu will claim that Aegis, much needed on him, as he's been the primary target of HGT in all these fights. And that's a really big advantage going the way of Newbee. Now they can maybe put some more pressure onto these tier 2 towers, take a little more map control, while HGT are undermanned. Now Air does have that split up now, but I'm not sure he's going to want to throw it without the backup of the rest of his team. They are coming up very shortly here. What do Newbee want to do? They don't have to pressure now. This Aegis is going to last for a little while. It looks like June just wants to push out this bottom lane before they go for something. Actually, the rest of his team coming to join him. So that this tower may be their objective here. And, oh, actually, it's very low. Only 37 HP. HGT going to go for the deny. And stun coming out from Sansheng. TP canceled from XCT, but he force staffs and doesn't make it to the low ground. Sansheng does get blown up, though, but Air is taking a lot of damage. He's got the split. He does get it off. The Witch Doctor is gone down, and there's 3 very, very low heroes on the side of HGT. But Roar comes out onto ZSMJ. He has been completely controlled by the Beastmaster this entire game. XCT falls, and Moo going for the damage on his ZSMJ now. Stun comes out onto him. The BKB is popped from Moo. Nice force staff from Kaka, pulling him away. Will they be able to chase him down? Rocket onto him. Kaka will fall in the lightning storm of Moo, and Newbee may be able to push for a tower here. There's only 2 left alive and no buybacks on the side of HGT. They're going to go for this, and they're going to clean it up very, very quickly. This tower is taking massive damage, and this is going to be a lane of racks, it looks like. Pause comes out. Skywrath is disconnected. What a fight for Newbee. That roar has just been played perfectly. June always holding on to it, waiting for ZSMJ to pop the BKB and come into the fight, and then just gets roared. And that BKB, it's only 10 seconds max. And the first time he used it, 2 or 3 seconds was wasted from that roar. Second time, another 2 or 3 seconds. That's third usage where it's a good chunk of its time has been wasted. And I mean, he's down to a 5-second charge now. That roar lasts 3 seconds. No, sorry, 3.5. So if June times his roar right, he's wasting basically all of ZSMJ's BKB. That's a almost 4,000 gold item completely negated by that just one ability from June. So incredibly well played from him. Banana. Just cleaning up. He's got some nice items now too. He's got the gem for his team, holding on to it. So they're going to be able to clean up the map vision. As if they take another tower here, which looks like they're going to, they've still got that Aegis online for Moo, and with these 2 tier 2 towers falling, and with the gem online for the side of Newbee, they're going to start stealing map control from HGT very, very quickly here. Look at the damage that Rabbit is doing. He's got the butterfly out as well as the MKB. He's now sitting at 21,000 net worth, a full 4K ahead of the Bristleback, and it's showing here. They're just going to rotate top, do the same thing again. We've already got June pushing out the wave here. He's got his Booth to Travel online, so moving around the map, keeping the waves close to the Radiant Towers. And there's still a lot of time left on this Aegis. A whole 2 minutes left. They may be able to take a tower and even pressure farther if they want to. They may not want to risk it, but that's certainly an option that is available to them. Last tier 2 of the game for HGT will fall. Their base in danger of being pressured here, and Moo, it doesn't look like he wants to stop. He's got that Sheep's Guard up online. He's ready to go, and not looking to back off anytime soon. The rest of his team, though, hanging a little far back, but he's posting up, and HGT assume the rest of them are behind him. There comes the rocket, controlling ZSMJ a little bit. Nice cast, but it doesn't bounce the way they wanted it to, and June will get himself to the high ground. This tower already taken half health, and ZSMJ runs in. He pops the BKB. There's the hook shot, nicely placed, but the force staff saves him. And the Death Ward isn't doing anything. It's actually reasonably well placed. Moo may fall here. But remember, he's got the Aegis, and Newbee doing absolute work with actually Rabbit falls. This could be bad if they end up cleaning up the Aegis, but it looks like they won't be able to do it. Actually, Air's got to be careful. He may fall here. The Earth Relay, the only one left alive, and it's a 2-for-1 across the map. XT's come in, looks for the cogs, stun onto him. He may take a tumble here, and nice jump in from Air, who's got the split off, but the damage from Moo is just too much. They still haven't burned this Aegis, and Air is going to fall yet again. ZSMJ, the lone remaining survivor of his team, he's tanky, but he can't do anything when his team is down, and it's a 4-for-1. They're going to push up, stun up from onto him. The follow-up stun from Moo. He is going to fall here. I don't think he's going to be able to get away. He's trying to do what damage he can. Very, very, very low. BKB popped, and he's not going to be able to save the tower here, I don't think. Yeah, there it goes, and Sansheng comes in with the stun on Kaka, who will fall here as well. This looks like it might be game here, as 4 down, no buybacks on the side of HGT. Newbee are going to clean up this Rax, and they can rotate mid. There's no tiers 2 standing. There's the call. Air says it. GG. Well played coming out from them. And dominant showing from Newbee here in this game too. So we got a game 3 on our hands, folks, and it's looking quite even so far. As HGT with a stomp in the first game, Newbee coming back strong in the second, and it seems like for these teams, whoever gets off to the early start really just manages to snowball off of it. I mean, we got a 14, 5, and 12 Leshrac. Even though he died a few times, he managed to recover, and he was a bait. He kept on drawing their attention, and meanwhile, Rabbit, he went 10, 3, and 8 on that gyrocopter, 622 GPM on him, and very nice showing. So we'll have to see which team can bring it out in the end for the game 3. I've been Sindar. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stick around for the next video. We'll see you in a second.